Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be looking at the Conspiracy Squad, which is a criminal gang that was based in Accrington and was busted by the police for county lines. But what's interesting is that Jay Slater's friends were also involved in it. So first, I will give you a backstory on what the Conspiracy Squad actually is. So the Conspiracy Squad was a criminal organization, and the head of this organization is a 31-year-old called Patrick Gavin, and he recruited a load of youths to start running drugs for him. And the people who first started selling for him, who are in the picture that I'm showing you now, were so proud of their criminal lifestyle and started calling themselves the Conspiracy Squad, which is where the name came from. Now it all starts from Patrick, and he started getting more and more people to join his criminal organization. Most of these people were youths who were clearly looking to make some money and thought it was cool to be part of this Conspiracy Squad. Well, at least they thought so until they got caught by the police, which ended up in most of them getting a hefty jail sentence. Patrick Gavin, the leader of this group, received the highest sentence, which was 12 years and 4 months, with others getting sentences of up to 8 and 5 years. But that's not what we are focusing on in this video. What we are going to focus on is how this connects to Jay's friends, and could Jay have had an involvement in this criminal organization? So if we take a look at people who were also arrested for taking part in this criminal organization, you come across someone called Brandon Wilson, who is from Accrington. And this is the same person pictured with Jay Slater. So they are clearly friends with each other and did used to hang around in the same group. You can see Brandon in a picture with Kane Taylor as well, who is one of the boys who was involved in the attack on Tom Hilton, alongside Jay and 6 others. Brandon Wilson received a 2-year sentence which was suspended, so he didn't actually end up going to jail for his involvement. The next person who is involved is Cameron Newton, and he is also pictured with Jay, and they seem like they're actually close friends. Cameron is from Oswald Twistle, which is the same as Jay, and he actually lives on Fountains Way, which is the exact same road as Jay. Cameron received a 2-year sentence which was also suspended. The next person who is friends with Jay is Thomas Brett. Now, there are no pictures of them together, but they are friends on Facebook, which means that they at least know each other. Then, we have Kieran Ashby, who has clearly been to prison before, as you can see from Facebook, where all of his friends are commenting "soon home" and asking for his prison number. Jay didn't comment specifically, but all of his close friends did, so you can tell he has a connection to this person, along with being friends with him on Facebook as well. Kieran also received a suspended sentence, and also the news article talks about Kieran Ashby and Cameron Newton being involved in this organization when they were only 14 and 15 years old. One thing that I noticed is that there was another 6 people who were also charged in connection to the Conspiracy Squad gang, and they were left unnamed because of their age. We know that Jay is from Oswald Twistle, and there was one boy who was 17 and one boy who was 16 that were both from the same place as Jay. And this article for the case was out on the 27th of May 2022, so Jay would have either been 17 or 18, so it is a possibility that he could be one of the people who weren't named. But I think that might have been mentioned by now, so it's only a small chance that it could have been Jay. There was also a 17-year-old girl who got charged along with them all, so it would be interesting if we could find out who this is. So we know for a fact that Jay is friends with at least 4 people who were connected to the Conspiracy Squad, and it could definitely be more if the names of the younger people were released. We don't know if Jay was directly involved with this organization himself, but he would have definitely known what was going on around him, as they probably used to hang out with each other daily, which most young people do. Another thing that I have noticed in people's bios, including Connor Armstrong and Keegan Flanagan, is the name OTown, which you could argue is a gang name in itself. Jay hasn't got this in his bio, but from the pictures of Jay with all these people, you could suggest that Jay was also a so-called member of this OTown gang. This does mean that they would have had enemies, or people that don't like them, and this could end with people getting seriously injured. If you take Tom Hilton, for example, he got stabbed in the back of the head with a machete, and Jay was a part of this. Even if Jay didn't play a big role in the attack, he was still there, and the people who did this were his friends. In fact, Connor Armstrong is the person who actually inflicted the fatal blow to Tom's head, and he is seen pictured with Jay a lot. So maybe Jay had more enemies than we thought. The fact that county lines involve major drug selling means that Jay could have been involved in a drug debt, like everyone has mentioned. Could this have led to what happened to Jay? And maybe what actually happened to him is definitely connected to something that had happened back in Lancashire and not Tenerife. There are a lot of dangerous people out there, and all it could take is one phone call, or someone who doesn't like Jay might have seen him at the festival, and it could have caused something to happen. You also have Brandon's fight, which could have caused problems as well. There are so many possibilities, and surely this can prove to people who think it's an accident that it clearly wasn't and anything could have happened. Just remember, Tom Hilton might not have been directly involved with what happened to Jay, but that still leaves more people who could have played a big part in what happened. There is one more thing I want to show you quickly, and if you watched yesterday's video, you will see that another person has come out and said they know information about the Jay Slater case. This is his latest update.
How we doing? Remember, when Jay Slater went missing, 3 of my brothers were across here on the island, very well connected, and they heard numerous people. They were in me that mob for a day, and all they heard was Jay is getting done. They did not know. They thought battered in Scottish lingo, so they thought Jay was getting battered, but they heard for a couple of days in a row that the first and second that Jay was getting done. So I had my due diligence done, and I know that Jay was getting done. My brothers, my 3 brothers, and all his mates sell a bit of, you know what, but I maybe felt that, and they sold them a bit the night before, and I heard loads of people saying, keep your eye on him, he's getting done.
This guy mentions that he has 3 brothers who were over in Tenerife when Jay was there, and apparently his brothers told him they were with people from a mob/gang for one day, and they heard Jay's name getting mentioned and said that apparently he was getting done. So could this mean that maybe Jay did get involved in something over in Tenerife, and that is what caused this situation? Or could it still be connected to something that happened in Lancashire? I'm not too sure, but let's see if we get some more information from this guy who goes by the name Scheme Life on TikTok. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.